you could say that he's Pisai's favorite biology teacher. Do you agree, Lois?
Ooh. I think I agree. I think everyone in Pasay loves.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kilalanin Natin podcast. So I'm Erica, your host.
And I'm Lois, your other host.
So today we will be interviewing a very special guest. This is our first guest on the podcast.
Disclaimer. The views, beliefs, and opinions expressed in this episode of the Kilalanin Natin podcast are those of the authors and do not necessarily reflect the views, beliefs, and opinions of the institutions they may represent.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lois.
And I'm Erica, and you're listening to
Kilalanin Natin.
Kilala Nyo Ba?
Tara't kilalanin. Yeah, so Ikay, what are we here for today? What are we gonna do?
Okay, so today we will be interviewing a very special guest. This is our first guest on the podcast. So he is an educator from the Philippine Science High School Central Luzon campus, aka where Lois and I study, and all of us here at Kilalanin Natin. And you could say that he's Pisai's favorite biology teacher. Do you agree, Lois?
Ooh. I think I agree. I think everyone in Pasay loves Sir PJ.
Ayun, so na-drop na nila, nag-name drop na si Lois. So,
Ooh.
dito si Sir PJ ngayon. Welcome, Sir PJ.
Welcome to the
Hi,
podcast.
Hello guys, grabe naman yung favorite. It's not scientifically proven but I'll take it any day.
So, sir,
Yes.
gusto naming tanungin, how are you? Like, I think a lot of times tinatanong ng mga tao, how are you? Pero hindi sila nakikinig talaga. Pero, kumusta ka ngayon, sir?
Oh, daming aspeto nung tanong na how are you, no? Kasi ang hirap
Diba?
ang hirap niyang sagutin.
True po.
Oo, 'di ba kapag nakikipag-chit-chat ka with your friends, how are you? Parang, mom, alam mo naman, 'di ba? Parang, oo, so there are many aspects, 'di ba, na parang is this financially, is this, 'di ba, sa love life ba to or 'di ba, sa trabaho ba to? But ako naman parang okay lang, like life goes on. Kasi as a person
Yeah.
na living by the day, parang
Yeah.
oo, ganoon ako parang, sige bukas. Ang gagawin ko bukas. Para okay siya. And so,
True
right
po.
now okay naman. Maraming ginagawa as usual. But, okay naman. Okay naman. Parang lang. Usual Saturday, rest, no work. Oo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo, work-life balance tayo dito. I think that's the
True
secret
yan,
din.
sir.
Para hindi ka sobrang mapagod. Is to
True yan.
balance everything. Oo. Ayun. Pero okay naman ako.
Okay.
Everything's alright, yeah.
Ikaw ba, Lois? Kamusta ka naman? Especially,
Ako,
alam niyo ba guys, nakita kami nung Wednesday. Tapos, iniwan ako ng magulang ko sa bahay nila nung Wednesday buong araw. Iniwan lang nila ako dun. Tapos kung ano na lang ginawa namin ni Lois.
nag-TikTok kami.
Ano ba kayo? Magkalapit
Tapos
lang kayo?
nag-film kami ng video.
Hindi po, sir. Kasi po, nagpa-change oil yung tatay ko ng sasakyan. Tapos sumama yung mommy ko. Tapos sumama rin ako. Tapos sabi nila, iwan ka na lang namin dun sa bahay ni Lois. Tapos, Olonga po kasi ako. Tapos siya Pampanga. Kaya, ayun, parang 1 hour din halos.
Mm-mm.
So, ayun po. Kaya buong araw po
Pero-
ako nandun.
Pero sobrang fun nun. Like, I guess mas na-appreciate ko ngayon yung times when you get to see your friends because like it's
Yes.
not as common. So I
Yeah.
guess that's one thing I learned. Tapos, how am I right now? I think, parang similar yung kay sir kasi sabi niya like living by the day. Kasi ako, medyo na-stress ako sa lahat and na-overwhelm. Kasi, ayun, ngayon yung college apps, tapos yung org stuff, ACADS. Pero, I guess I just learned to like, take it by the day or like one thing at a time para hindi ako masyadong ma-overwhelm. And I guess parang naging effective sa akin yun. Pero yeah, kinakaya pa naman. And ayun, excited ako and overwhelmed at the same time. Yeah. we just want to say thank you to everyone for your support over the past few episodes. Sobrang sobrang thankful namin because sobrang positive ng reception sa podcast ngayon. So, sir,
Yes.
we want to ask you, sino si Sir PJ for you?
Sino si Sir PJ? Sir PJ is a colorful person. I think that's the best way to describe me. Ano siya? Para siyang magulo siya. Magulo si Sir
Yeah.
PJ. Marami siyang naiisip. Ganyan. Marami siyang ideas. And he loves to talk. Yan. And Sir
Yeah.
PJ I guess, is passionate. I'm very, very passionate of the things I do. And ayun, that's all. I think I'm fun.
Yeah.
I think I'm fun. Yun lang. And I always strive to have fun. Parang,
Yeah.
whenever I do things, parang, kailangan mag-enjoy ako dito. Kailangan happy ako. And if not, then I might stop this. Parang ganun lang. I mean,
True po.
ewan ko ba? I mean, kindred spirit ba yung tawag doon? Or a wanderer? Parang ganun. Oo.
Yeah.
So, ganon. Di ba parang, ang daming chika, no? Kasi ako, I'm from Cagayan Valley. And then, nag-aral ako sa Los Baños. And I'm working at sa Central Luzon. So parang, ang layo, di ba? So parang,
Yeah.
I love to travel. I love to be with other people, ganyan. Make friends, ganyan.
Yeah.
Oo. So, ayun. That's me.
Kumusta naman yung experience na yun? Cause like, parang moving from one place to another and then like, getting to meet new people. But then at the same time, you like leave your home base. So, you have to like adjust, meet new people. So, how has that been like para sa'yo, sir?
Wala lang. I believe kasi noon pa na we grow in places that we're not comfortable living in.
Yeah.
Oo. So if we're not in our comfort zone, we tend to really parang explore ourselves, diba?
Yes.
Especially when faced with adversities. Parang, kunwari, shucks, wala na akong makain. What will I do? Kasi ganun ako nung college. Parang, nga no, parang paubos yung allowance ko. So, diba, parang matututo kang mag-budget ng allowance mo. Ganyan. Nung nasa Pampanga ako, natuto ako mag-budget ng time ko because I have schedules. Hindi na pwede na
Yes.
ako lang yung na-follow. So, I like that challenge, no? Parang,
Yeah.
di ba, parang may hinaharap sa'yo, kailangan mong harapin talaga. So,
Opo.
so I like that. So, parang mas nag-adjust po nga ako nung umuwi ako eh. Kasi, di ba, working from home for like almost a year already. Lagpas 1 year na nag-work ako from home. And, sabi ko parang mas mahirap magtrabaho at home. Ganyan. Kasi, di ba,
Opo.
comfort zone mo, di ba, you tend to take things like slowly. Parang,
Yeah.
relax ka lang. Pero, namimiss ko yung excitement na parang, shucks, namimiss ko yung actual deadlines namimiss ko yung traveling, yung pagko-commute. I love commuting. Sobrang,
Yeah.
oo, yung mga long, except for, NCR traffic, minus that. pero, gusto ko mag-travel. Lagi ako nagta-travel. I like meeting my friends, like, outside Pampanga. Pag free ako, I make it a point na magkita tayo kapag free ako. Ganon.
Opo.
Mm-mm.
Tsaka, I feel like things seem more real pag, like when you do them in real life.
Totoo,
So like
yeah.
yung sinabi niyo na like when you commute, parang na-enjoy mo yun. And then, parang seeing friends, inuman,
oo.
ganon.
Totoo yun. Kasi, gusto ko yan yung mga yung parang, uy, kita tayo. Uy,
Diba?
tayo. Uy, sakay ako ng ganito, sumusumama. Uy, bubuk ako ng ticket,
Opo.
pupunta ngayon, baka gusto mong sumama. Things like that. Yung nawala yung spontaneity of things.
Opo.
Oh, I think that's the term I'm looking for. Kaya ko pa iniisip na, I'm a spontaneous person. So,
Oo nga po.
na-miss ko yun. Tsaka as a social person, parang mas nakaka-drain ng social battery yung harap mo yung computer mo, tapos parang,
Oo nga po.
parang, I cannot express myself that much kasi parang very
Yeah.
animated ako, di ba? And gusto ko talaga makipagchikahan.
Opo.
Oo, so nami-miss ko yun. Yun yung nami-miss ko right now.
Yeah. I think very accurate yung description mo of yourself, sir. Like, of the, um, four, I think 4 years that I have known you as a teacher, I think
Yes.
very accurate yun. And yung isa rin sa stuff na like, I hear from people is that um you are very passionate about like social causes
Yes.
or politics. May nakausap ako actually dati, chika lang, ano,
Naku,
kasi
napagchismisan pala ako dito.
Apo.
Joke lang, joke lang. Oo.
Sir, di ba taga UPLB kayo?
Yes, I'm from UPLB.
Tapos may narinig ako sa isang person din na taga UPLB na ikaw yung parang tibak na cum laude. Parang ganun yung pagkakilala sa'yo, sir. So, like, is that accurate?
Yeah, pero ano siya, parang aman ko, parang ano kasi ang daming fillers, no? Yeah, it's true. Pero the thing that really motivated me to excel in my academics din kasi because I'm a scholar, diba?
Yes.
So I have to endure the physical and mental stress then to actually maintain a grade, and we don't really want our fellow students to actually feel the same pressure na ako just because you want to maintain a grade. And yes, not because I'm a product of that system, ibig sabihin I'm proud of it, no?
Yeah.
So yeah, okay naman yung ACADS ko back then. I joined rallies, I joined mobilizations also. But yeah, hindi siya hindi siya exclusive na kapag ganito ka, ganyan ka, or you parang may choice ka to become who you are, and there's also that outside force, no? There is that system that actually shapes you into who you are, diba? So ayun, parang it's a mix and match ng good and bad decisions also.
Yeah.
So yeah.
How do you think UP or like being being from UP has changed you as a person?
Actually, madami. What I learned talaga is that hindi mo masasagot yung problema ng bansa ng mag-isa or societal problems ng mag-isa.
Yes.
You should be, organized. Should be members of an organization or organizations to actually call for a cause, parang ganyan, or to actually mobilize people, ganyan. Tapos, ang natutunan ko talaga is that, ang swerte ko pala, I have this privilege, di ba? Parang, it should be a right for every Filipino to actually step in a prestigious university, makatapos ng pag-aaral, but we're only, parang, di ba? Parang, dapat lahat tayo nakapag-aaral, pero bakit ganito? So,
sobrang konti lang.
Totoo. Parang ang nangyari is that parang that kind of education, actually hindi lang yung yung curricular education, because mas marami rin ako natutunan sa extracurricular activities ko, is that there are things that will make you comfortable, but there are really things that will make you uncomfortable. And I think that's how we learn. Di ba? Parang, sabi nga nila, parang comfort the afflicted and afflict the comfortable. And I think that's what UP education really taught me. Parang yun yung natutunan ko as a student. Pero yeah, mas marami akong natutunan sa labas ng UP.
Yes.
Pa rin, as a person right now. Ayun. Ang hirap yung tanong na yun na. Actually, mahirap yung tanong na yun. Well, anyway.
Ano naman yung mga, yung, I guess, important things na natutunan mo outside of UP?
Oh. Marami akong natutunan.
as an explorer po, or like as someone who likes to travel, meet new people, do new things, ano yung, I guess, pinaka nag-impact sa'yo?
Wow, hirap ng tanong na yan because parang lahat, tinatry ko kasing mag-reflect like, almost every day. I think it's a healthy
Opo.
thing to do. Pero ako, ang na-learn ko no, sa kaka-travel ko bilang nakwatsero, is that every person has a story to tell. Yun lang yun.
Yeah.
And no matter what you do or where you go, parang ano lang talaga, always choose to be kind and understanding.
Yes.
Kasi you'll
Yes.
never know kung ano yung kinakaharap nung makakasalubong mo or makakasama mo, diba?
Opo.
Oo, so yun parang kapag gumagala ako, kunyari minsan mag-isa, ganyan, I try to, engage with people, talk to them. Yung mga katabi ko nga sa aeroplano, chinchik ako. Ganyan. Oo. Parang ano kasi siya, parang, di ba, if ikaw din naman yung nandun sa posisyon nila, if for example, you're in your breaking point and someone would tell you na, di ba, I'm proud of you or di ba, yung simpleng chika lang sometimes, it's a therapy for ano. Oo. Actually, one thing that yung nakatulong sa akin yan, when nung nagka-COVID ako last August. July. July, oo. And ayun, parang kung wala akong kausap noon, ano kayang mangyayari sa akin? That's yung normal, yung yung parang random kamustahan, yun ba? Parang actually na-miss ko right now. Parang, nga hindi ko nakakamusta yun. Kaya ngayon, parang ginagawa ko.
Yeah.
Parang random chika with friends. Kumusta ka na? Yung parang kahit wala ka namang sasabihin. Yun.
Yeah.
Oo. Yun yung ginagawa ko right now. And yun yung natutunan ko outside the university is that always choose to be kind and understanding. Because the world is really cruel, di ba? Mapanghusga ang mundo at di ba? And ayaw na nating dagdagan yung ganung vibe. So, always choose to be kind and considerate and merciful. Especially I'm a teacher right now. Oo, merciful sa deadlines. Yun sabi ko. Okay.
Merciful sa surprise quiz mo.
Uy, dati lang yun. Hindi na pwedeng gawin yan ngayon kasi online na lahat. Oo.
Oo nga po.
Hirap kaya mag-prepare nun. Kasi pag online, pag online, kailangan mo pang i-type, tapos kailangan mo pang i-input sa K-Hub and all. Pero kapag surprise mo, bring out 1/4 sheet. Diba? But that's the fun part. Kasi parang, that's how we learn, diba? Parang ako, as a person, mas nalalearn ko yung parang, okay, ito yung sinurprise quiz ng teacher ko dati. Parang gano'n. Oo.
Opo.
Yes. Ayun.
Pero, true po yan. Like, I think it's really nice when you get to have random conversations with people and like get to know about them. Because like, everyone has a story to tell. Kaya, I think sinimulan din namin yung podcast na to. And, I guess that's one of the things that I learned along the way din. Because dati, super judgmental ko.
Uy, same. Ako din.
Diba po?
Mm-mm.
In terms of what?
Dati when I first encountered a rally inside, naman itong mga to. Diba, parang,
oh my God!
Yes, I had that attitude. Kasi coming from, diba, parang, malayo ko kasi. Diba, parang, hindi naman ako parang, gusto ko lang tahimik. Diba, sabi ko, kala ko ba sa LB walang maingay? Bakit may mga And na-feel ko siya nung next semester, parang nahirapan kami to actually pay for my tuition fee. Diba? I have to actually apply for a student assistant job to actually and
sa UP
and
ba?
yes, sa UP. And then apply for a scholarship to actually finance my study pala. Sorry.
Yes.
My study. So ayun, parang nga no, it's hard, 'di ba? May mga students of my age na hindi talaga nakatapak ng university. Eto ako nagrereklamo because they're trying to fight for my rights.
Yes.
'Di ba? Parang may mali. So, you have to feel for other people, no? Try to relate or understand them first before actually judging them.
Yeah.
Oo. Ayun.
So,
yun yung na-learn ko talaga. Oo.
Yun ba yung time na like kasi sobrang 360 na parang, nagjo-judge ng mga nag-rally tapos ngayon sumasama na. So, yun ba yung like turning point
hindi pa. It took me a while pa rin. Na parang,
Opo.
pero I realized, may something wrong nung sa iniisip ko. Pero it's a
Opo.
process kasi. Hindi yan mababago ng
Yeah.
isang experience, no?
Oo nga.
One
I
experience
agree.
will not really guarantee that you'll learn from it. Diba?
Yeah.
So, it took me a while. Parang, a few semesters and all. Pero kahit naman nung nag-join na ako, there is still beliefs na parang sabi ko, parang, tama ba to? I still question
Yeah.
things. Until such time na parang, when you hear from, for example, a story from the peasant community or from the fisher folks community, kasi yun yung mga malapit
Opo.
sa Laguna, or from the workers that are experiencing contractualization, things like that. And when you hear their stories, parang, shucks, you'll feel blessed somehow, but you'll feel bad. Kasi parang, bakit ganito yung trato sa mga tao? Diba?
Yeah.
Diba parang isipin mo, okay, blessed pa pala ako, but pero bakit hindi pinagkakaloob sa kanila? Yung dapat
Opo.
namang, diba? Kasi diba, parang it would take, diba, parang an ounce of empathy to actually understand the plight of these people.
Yeah.
Of our people. So, yun. Parang, yun yung turning point. Nung nag-i-immersion na kami, we try to integrate with some communities, no, learn from them. Oo. So, doon yung turning point ko. And I had that turning point nung nag-join na ako ng mga organizations. So, meron na kaming mga pa-outreach activities, meron na kaming mga mass integrations, ganyan. Nag-join na ako ng student council, and still,
Opo.
kailangan namin lumabas ng university to actually learn from these parang sectors of our community. So, feeling ko yun yung turning point. Yun yung doon siya umikot.
Opo.
Ayun.
I think medyo same po tayo. Like,
Mhm.
I don't know, I had very different beliefs before, and I guess nag-iba lang sila when I joined organizations. Ayun din, like yung student council, yung climate reality. Tapos parang nakita ko talaga yung like problems with our society. And I was like, parang may mali.
Oo, 'di ba? Parang mapaisip ka rin parang
Opo.
ito ba 'yon? Ito ba talaga 'yon? Ganito ba dapat? Oo. So,
Yeah.
Grabe. Oo, yun yung ano ko talaga, parang hindi ko pinagsisihan that I joined a lot of organizations. Actually, tatanong ako ng mga former students natin tips naman dyan to survive college, or tips naman dyan to actually, diba, survive this degree. Join organizations. I mean, no
True.
man is an island. Believe me. Oo. Ayun.
Tsaka parang support system na rin sila.
Yes, oo. Ayun. And sobrang happy ko nga kasi parang until now, I mean, di ba may mga organizations ako, I think the good side naman of everything going virtual is to actually, mas madali ka makaka-connect with them
Yeah.
right now. Oo, kaya parang sabi ko, okay din pala. Okay, pero, well, we know the downsides, of course, but okay din pala siya. Para at least, para mas madali ka nakakapagchikahan with your orgmates, diba? And, mas madali yung kamustahan, ganyan. Ayun.
Yes. Like old friends na matagal mo nang hindi nakikita.
Totoo, yes. Oo.
Refreshing yun.
Totoo.
So, parang it's something to look forward to kahit
yes.
ganito yung, times natin.
Yes. Saka saya ng mga game night. Saka yung mga
Opo.
online inuman. Oo. Tapos meron kasi kaming meron kaming parang Zoom meeting, chikahan yung mga friends ko, mga volleyball teammates ko from Los Baños.
Opo.
And lahat kasi kami parang passionate sa volleyball. We also watch pageants. Oo. Yes. And rin nanonood, pa yung mga pinapanood namin. Nanonood kami ng Haikyuu, if you're familiar with with Haikyuu. And yun, mga marites, mga chikadorang marites. Ay, pero yun, parang dati kasi nag-meet lang kami parang once or twice a year, tapos maglalaro lang kami somewhere in NCR. Diba? Magvo-volleyball kami, ganyan. Tapos ayun, parang ngayon namimiss namin yung isa't isa. Isang taon na hindi na kami nakakapaglaro, and
Oh,
Oo, parang mas madali ngayon makapag-connect with people. I think that's
yeah.
one of the better sides of our setup right now.
Mhm.
Ayun.
So, nakakapag-meet up kayo ngayon?
Oh no, parang ano lang, parang Zoom lang. Oo, kasi may
Ah.
friend ako na isa nasa Mindoro, isa nasa Los
Ah.
Baños, isa nasa, saan ba yun ngayon? Nasa Isabela lang yung isa. Tapos yung isa naman, na friend ko, nasa Manila. So parang it's impossible to actually, meet. Oo.
Yeah.
Oo. Ayan. Pero
Pero
si
sana
Erica, pumasok si Erica kanina.
ano, nawalan daw po sila ng wifi.
Oh my
So,
God.
ayun. I think, we can move on to our next section for now.
Sige,
So,
sige, sige.
so, we will move on to tanungin natin. So, now that we've gotten to know you a bit more, sir, let's get to know you more as a teacher. So, first question. What's
Okay.
the best part about being a teacher and what's the worst part?
Wow.
Hi, Ikay! Andito na ulit si Erica.
Ayun na siya, ayun na siya.
Hi. Sorry, nagka-power interruption kami kasi ang gulo dahil sabi, in-announce ng City Hall na yung power interruption is 8 to 9 a.m. Tapos naging 4 p.m. like hindi nila in-announce, biglang nangyari lang. So, ayun. So, sorry
Oh,
na
no.
bigla akong umalis.
Okay lang. Nasa tanungin natin na kami. So, yes. The first question is, what's the best part about being a teacher and what's the worst part?
Okay, simulan natin yung worst part
Uh-huh.
of being a teacher. I think the worst part, I think every teacher would agree, I don't know if na-overcome na natin to as Filipinos, is that napakababa ng tingin ng mga tao, mga Pilipino sa mga teachers. Diba? Laging may kasunod na teacher lang. Teacher na lang siya. Oo,
Opo.
nagtuturo na lang siya. But I think it's also deeply rooted dun sa fact na hindi rin kasi talaga siya vina-value ng government.
Yes.
Teachers are still underpaid. And then nagtataka ka, ang dami nating mga Filipinong teachers abroad. Diba? So hindi talaga parang swak yung system. Hindi tayo sinusuportahan ng system. Okay? Hindi tayo sinusuportahan ng government enough to actually be of value.
Yes.
Di ba? Parang ang sakit niyang isipin. Ang sakit niyang tanggapin. But yun yung nangyayari right now. And yun, yung parang lang yung sinasabi, teacher ka na lang, teacher lang. Diba? But I think the best part naman of being a teacher is that you get to change lives. Diba?
Yeah.
Yeah, parang gising ka sa umaga, you'll just, diba, parang as a normal, other professions would say, I'm gonna change my life today. But as a teacher, I'm gonna change like 50 lives today. And that's beautiful. Diba, parang, hindi lang kasi hindi lang mga desisyon mo sa buhay yung iniisip mo. And you also think of how your discussions in class would actually influence the decision-making process of your students. Especially, di ba, parang, I teach grade 9 and grade 10. Yan, mamimili na sila ng majors nila. Or mamimili na sila ng, ng courses nila sa college. Di ba? So, yun, parang, you'll try to introduce them to things that they should know and try to, diba, parang, ako minahal ko yung bio. So, parang, I'll just make them love the course also. Parang yun yung parang, paano ko kaya gagawing exciting? Paano ko gagawing spicy yung lesson ko? Paano ko kaya may integrate? And I think that's fun. Parang, yun yung challenge for me na everyday, you get this chance, this rare chance to actually change people's lives, directly or indirectly. And I think that's the best part of being an educator. So, yan.
Wow,
Tsaka,
grabe.
sobrang critical din in, like, your life yung time na student ka. Because, like, you're young sobrang pwede kang like ma-mold in so many different
Yes.
ways. And
Oo.
it's important to have like good people with you at that time,
Yeah,
or else
totoo.
baka something bad might happen to you in the future, and it's because like you didn't really have a good school life. So
Uy, pero
ayun, sobrang
disclaimer ha.
underrated ng teachers.
Disclaimer lang, I don't have all the answers. I'm also lost
Yeah.
at times. But,
Yeah.
parang masarap lang din kasing isipin na yung sinabi mo kanina, it's good to have people na would act as a good support group.
Yeah.
Oo. Ayun.
Kasi
So,
in like one
oo.
way and another din po, parang yung school mo yung second home mo.
Yes.
Most
Oo.
especially kapag face-to-face. So, syempre,
Oo.
it's good to have people there, especially like authoritarian figures, like yung mga masutanda mong teachers na,
Mhm.
like parang pwede mong kausapin. So, yeah.
Yes. Actually, yun, I think that's the best part of being a teacher. Na parang, hindi mo alam yung mga laman pala ng PowerPoint mo or yung laman ng discussion mo actually change how people look at, for example, the science of biology or the science of chemistry or physics, di ba? So, makikita mo parang na-apply sa STR, di ba? Parang, doon ako na-amaze na parang, ay, oo nga, naturo ko to. Tapos parang babalik sa'yo yung estudyante. Actually, sir, naturo niyo po to and I was inspired. And parang, aww. Di ba? Parang mission accomplished. And that's the thing na parang lagi mong iniisip na parang makakatulog ako ng mahimbing because, di ba, I think I did my job good today. Parang gano'n.
So, next question po namin, sir. Gusto po namin malaman kung bakit pinili nyo maging educator. Kasi, like, nabanggit nyo po, like, di ko sure kung nabanggit nyo na kanina, pero, nung nagka-meeting po tayo, nabanggit nyo po na your course is the perfect PreMed. So, since, like, quote-unquote perfect PreMed siya, bakit nyo po napili na mag-teacher na lang? Instead
Yung
of
perfect pre-med, ano lang yun it's my personal, sabi ko parang, I think these are nung namili kasi ako ng mga subjects ko for my course, sabi ko, I think ito yung mga magagamit ko pag nag-med ako. Parang ganun yung outlook ko before, kasi parang sabi ko mag-med talaga ako. But nung year 2017, when I was graduate ako January 2017. Sabi ko, try ko muna kayo mag-work. So, wala akong mahanap ng work back then. And then, may friend ako, chat shout, uy friend, try mo to. Baka naman gusto mong subukan. Turo ka sa Pisay, sabi niya. Noong una, akala ko, siya, sa main campus. O, sabi niya, sa QC yung main office nila. Mas nagsulat ako ng letter, tapos hindi ko natanong sa kanya. Bilang hindi rin ako nagbabasa nung sinend niyang letter. Sabi niya, uy, sa Clark pala to. Sabi niya, ha? Sa Pampanga? Sabi ko, sa Pampanga pala to yung sinabi sa akin. Parang pa-deadline na nun. Pero I applied pa rin naman. And apparently, Ma'am Lil is, I think, a good friend. And kakilala niya yung advisor ko.
Oh.
So, yes. A small world. Because Ma'am Lil was the former college secretary of my College of Arts and Sciences, sa UPLB. So sabi ko, okay, small world. Kilala ni ma'am yung advisor ko. So parang sabi ko, parang nainganyo ako kasi nagkukwento siya na parang they worked together before, ganyan. And then nagtatanong siya about Los Baños. So parang may common ground na. Sabi ko parang fun naman to have na a leader, a boss na parang same mo na ng So parang sabi ko, might push it. And nakakatuwa kasi Ma'am Lani was the unit head of Chemistry and Life Sciences unit pa siya noon Si Ma'am Lani.
Yes.
Teacher niyo si Ma'am Lani sa Bio 3, right? Shout out kay Ma'am Lani. And si Ma'am Lani is also an alumna of UPLB. Oo.
So, friends po ba kayo dati? Or
hindi kami nagpang-abot ni Ma'am Lani, different batch kami. Pero parang, alam mo yung parang same kami ng uy, naging teacher mo si ganito, naging teacher mo si ganito. Uy, ma'am, naging teacher ko si ganito. Parang, parang, parang meron na kaming common denominator. Tapos yun, parang, gaan na rin yung loob ko noon. Parang, nakakilala ko na si Ma'am Lani, tapos yung Ma'am Lil is, parang kailangan mo advice. So, diba sabi ko parang, I'm gonna try. So, binigyan ko ng yung sarili ko. Parang, sige, 2 to 3 years try and then I might study again. Ganon. So, parang, ayun, magpa 5 years na ako next year. Oo, parang
Happy
binigyan ko ng
5
ultimatum. Oo nga my God. May longevity pay na ako. Next year. Ayan.
Pero what made
Oo.
you stay?
What made me
Kasi
stay?
sabi niyo po like
Wow.
3 years, pero naging 5 years na.
Masarap magturo. Oo, masarap magturo. And yung affirmation when you ask your students na parang, uy, naintindihan niyo ba? Is everything clear? Diba? I have that habit na I mention it a
Yes.
lot. I ask that a lot. Parang kayang bilangin yan, di ba? Di ba meron yung mga classmate natin nagbibilang nung ilang beses kayang sinabi ni sir itong mga salitang to. Yan. Siguro mabibilang niya sa akin hundreds in a meeting. Joke lang. But I think yung best part is that parang na-affirm yung efforts mo. Oo, na parang, guys, naintindihan niyo ba to? And then, everyone would say, yes, sir, naintindihan namin. Parang, sir, tapos parang after ng class, sir, our discussion was fun. Parang, I love our discussion today. Diba? That's why, it's a fruitful discussion every time. Diba? Kapag tinatanong ni sir, kasi, it's an affirmation, my efforts are actually, paying off.
Yeah.
Oo, na productive ako ngayong araw na to because,
Opo.
'di ba, a set of students learn something new. Ayun. So, I think that made me stay. Ikaw ba naman everyday kang i-affirm na natututo yung mga estudyante mo? Sino ka ba naman para hindi magstay? 'Di ba? Ayun. Ayun, I think that's my answer. Wala namang ibang answer doon, kundi yun lang.
Yung students po talaga.
Yes, oo. Yun naman talaga yung nagpa-stay sa akin. I mean, it's not always like rainbows and butterflies. Like,
Yeah.
di ba? Parang, like, everyday smooth yung discussion and all. Pero, moments like that, parang na-affirm kasi yung parang, okay, ito yung goal ko for this day, na-achieve ko siya today. And, di ba? Parang, ang saya. Doon ako parang humuhugot ng parang motivation everyday. Oo.
Sir, so kung dun po kayo humuhugot ng motivation, parang, how would you say po na, how have your like students influenced you, like as a person?
Oh. Ano kasi siya, parang, most of the comments, bigyan natin ng context, no? Parang, most of the comments kasi dun sa sa mga student evaluation, is that sabi, parang si sir up to date yung mga jokes niya, up to date yung mga memes niya, and all. Ang nalalearn ko is that, napaka-dynamic kasi ng lahat. Even the learning styles of the students are very, very dynamic. And ang kailangan mo matutunan is how they learn, how they actually, diba, how they acquire information. Kung kaya tong daanin sa mga, sa mga pa-movies, sige, pa-movies tayo, I have to learn that, diba? Or memes kung kaya, diba? You have to learn, diba? Parang kailangan mong malaman kung ano yung trending ngayon, kung ano yung what's in, diba?
Yeah.
And I think that's okay kasi I think since technology is also evolving, our teaching styles should also be, evolving also, diba? And that's parang masasabi natin na student-centered pa rin siya. Ayan. So, hindi kasi tayo makaka-move on dun sa moving on. Joke. Hindi tayo I think it's a vital part of learning kapag tinatry natin i-put yung shoes. Ang konyo, diba? Para bang, putting ourselves sa shoes ng mga students. Ganyan. Ayun. So, yun. Ayun na learning sa estudyante is that okay, nag-e-evolve to mga bagay na to. And I also have to learn these things. And
Yes.
I love learning things also. Ayun.
Parang ang cool nun because like as a teacher, hindi ka lang like you're not just teaching because like you're also like learning stuff from your students. And may GC kami with sir before.
Oh my God.
Parang nag-start siya ng grade 8, tapos nagsasend lang siya dun ng memes ni Mocha Uson.
Oo, makakausin na Rufa May Quinto. I
Yeah.
love Rufa May Quinto.
Tsaka mga bio memes, ganun. Sobrang natutuwa yung mga tao. Very effective.
Totoo. Kasi diba parang hindi naman lagi yung people yung mag-adjust sa'yo. And there are times na kailangan mo talagang baguhin kasi it will not work. If it does not work, change it. Parang ganun lang naman sa akin eh.
Yes.
Oo. Ayun.
And, sir, ever since, like, nag-pandemic, so,
Okay.
parang di ba na-mention natin kanina na, like, iba talaga yung setup ngayon and we had to
Yeah.
adapt to everything. And,
Mhm.
syempre, di ba, like, may mga tao na mas nahihirapan ngayon, especially yung mga walang wifi,
Yes.
parang nahihirapan sa bahay. So, like, may movement ngayon na ligtas na balik eskwela.
Mhm.
So, what does ligtas na balik eskwela mean to you?
Pag sinabi kasing ligtas na balik eskwela, we're not just hindi siya paunahan. Unang-una hindi siya paunahan.
Okay.
Pangalawa, pag sinabi nating ligtas na balik eskwela, dapat ito ay pinagpaplanuhan, consultative, at the same time it's scientific. Okay, pag sinabing ligtas na balik eskwela, dapat ito ay pinag-aaralan. Dapat ito ay naaayon sa mga komento or suhestyon ng mga eksperto. And ang gusto kasi natin sa pagbabalik sa loob ng eskwela is to restore the interactions inside the classroom. 'Di ba?
Yeah.
'Di ba? Inisip ko ngayon if ma-restore ba siya with the current setup. Kasi hindi lang siya ligtas na balik eskwela naka-face mask ka. Hindi lang siya ligtas na balik eskwela dahil si teacher ay naka-PPE. Just because meron tayong barriers to actually fend off the virus. Hindi siya ganon. No? So, mas malalim na pag-intindi dapat yung parang ginagawa natin when it comes to actually talking about going back to school, especially for you students, 'di ba? Parang dito ba sa ligtas na balik eskwela? Ito question ko lang naman eh, parang kasi 'di ba parang sabi, ready na tayo. We are ready.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and there's nothing wrong with questioning the readiness of our institutions, not only in DOST but also in DepEd. Parang, okay, so kapag babalik ba tayo ng eskwela, are we really sure that walang mapapahamak? And if ever man na may mapapahamak, do we have a backup plan? Nabulol na ako. Backup plan to actually implement kapag meron ba. So, pag sinabing ligtas na balik eskwela, ano siya, dapat pinag-iisipan talaga siya. Dapat pinag-uusapan siya.
Opo.
Okay. And, yun, parang, ako rin kasi, I'm also our family's provider. Nagpo-provide ako for my family. So, kapag bumalik ako ng eskwela and unfortunately, ako ay nagkasakit, will there be an insurance plan for me? For me not to experience, no? Parang, malubog ba na ako sa utang or what? Will there be plans like that? Diba? Same as with the students and the parents, diba? So, kapag nagkasakit ba, yung anak ko, will there be may pananagutan ba? Ano yung pananagutan ng mga institutions na to? Things like that. And I don't know, I'm not the right person, the perfect person to actually answer that. But pag sinabi kasing ligtas na balik eskwela, everything should be secured. Everything should be lapat-lapat yan. Okay, nilapat mo sa amin, magko-comply kami kasi we are confident that this is the right plan na dapat nating sundin, dapat nating implement. Okay, because it's well thought of and it's scientific. 'Di ba? Parang science high school, dapat scientific tayo. Scientific din natin siyang i-attack, 'di ba? Or scientific din yung pagtingin natin dun sa issue. Hindi lang siya basta ready na tayo kasi konti naman na yung cases, 'di ba? 'Di ba? Yung kakontian ba ng cases na yun would guarantee that everyone is safe inside the school? 'Di Diba? So, yun. Things like that. I think, parang maraming factors. But for sure, we'll find a solution. Parang yun naman yung parang hopeful ako na may solution yan. May solution yan.
Opo.
Ayun.
And the solution is really in the science. Kaya ayun, science high school nga. You have to do it based on research.
Yes, oo. And siguro okay din naman na we do pilot testing, things like that. And yun nga lang, parang we have to really be observant of the things na makikita natin, and maging maagap tayo. And yun, it's always to provide solutions. Yun dapat lagi yung natin, yung outlook. Ganyan. It's always to provide solutions, provide answers. Ayun lang naman yung akin. Just my 2 cents about that issue. Kasi it's very controversial. It's very controversial. Diba? Parang, diba? Kung ako rin naman, gusto ko na rin talagang bumalik ng classroom. Diba? Gusto ko na rin bumalik sa pagtuturo. But, you also think, diba? May pamilya din ako. And I have colleagues na may mga pamilya, may mga batang anak. Diba? May mga inuuwian na senior citizens. Diba?
Yeah.
So may mga ganon. So, paano natin siya ipapackage in such a way that it's beneficial for everybody. So, yun yung konsepto ko ng ligtas balik eskwela. Something that is scientific, and it's something that is considerate of others, cases. Ayun. Nabi ko nasabi, sorry.
Okay lang po, sir. So, personally din po parang para sa akin. Although, gusto ko naman din makita yung mga batchmates ko kasi it's been over 2 years na over 1 year na, magto 2 years na nga eh. Tapos, ayun, marami akong people na gusto kong makita. Pero at the same time, I don't really want to sacrifice anyone's health, especially yung more vulnerable kasi alam ko may mga batchmates ako na may asthma, ganon. So kung magkaroon sila, if ever magka-outbreak man sa school, magiging very dangerous talaga. Tapos, parang, ang tingin ko lang po kasi is, yung like, kunwari worst case scenario, magka-outbreak nga sa school. And then that will really, really hurt the chances of us getting a face-to-face graduation, which is something that can, parang, I feel ko naman like lahat naman kami gusto ng face-to-face graduation. So kung pipili ako, parang pipiliin ko na lang na may face-to-face grad kesa in classes. Kasi
Yeah.
konti lang naman, kasi konti na lang, parang less than 10 months na lang. So, ayun, parang gusto ko talaga grad na lang. Go for grad.
Yeah, oo. Totoo naman yun. It's good na, parang kino-consider naman yung mga ganoon. But right now, parang ako, ito personal lang naman to ha, my views and opinions does not reflect the views and opinions of anyone else. Ganyan. Right now, parang it's still good to parang blended pa rin yung learning. Ganyan. And medyo remote pa rin yung pag-deliver ng mga lectures because we're not entirely sure ba kung ano yung mga mangyayari, especially with yung response ng government is not really that clear, diba? So yeah, ayun, ako I'm unsure if it's really the best time to actually do it, but diba, kung bibigyan tayo ng chance, why not?
Okay, so thank you, sir. For our next question po, do you have, yung mga personally, meron po kayong hindi nagugustuhan sa system ng Pisay or like downsides? Kung may naiisip po ba kayong downsides?
May nagugustuhan. Ano ba? Hirap nito. Actually, sabi ko kagabi, parang, sasagutin ko ba to? Like, doon na? Or what? I don't know. Meron ba? Siguro na lang, something I would change, ganon.
Sige po, sir. Sige po.
Siguro lang, parang, ang hirap i-package ng sagot, diba? Coming from a teacher. But, I think, the thing that, if I would be given the chance to actually modify, ganyan, is yung presence of a contract that would, 'di ba, that would parang lock you in for a science course even if it's not really what you like. Ganyan. Di ba may contract na ganun sa design. I think the solution to that is that we actually have to remodel, no, our system in such a way that our students would love science. And not, di ba? And not to actually bind them using that contract. Sakal, di ba? Parang, kasi pwede ka pa rin namang maging science person when you get like courses like communication, di ba? Science communication, it's still related. Or ano pa ba, development communication for instance. Buti nga ngayon, di ba, may economics na, di ba, sa mga choices. Oo. And ano siya parang hindi lang din siya kasi issue rin to ng ibang mga former students ko. Ayan, shout out kila Kirsten, hello. Kila Kirsten ko to unang narinig na parang nga no, minors pa lang kayo nung you sign the contract and all. So, yun naman yung issue nila. Pero ako naman parang if the intention behind that contract is for students to actually stay on that track, 'di ba? Na scientific, na science track, 'di ba? Let them love what you're teaching, 'di ba? Let them love the subject. Let them love science, 'di ba? And that's the only thing to do it, 'di ba? If hindi nila gusto, there must be something wrong, 'di ba? If maraming nag-shift sa ganito, if maraming napapagod, maraming nagkakaroon ng problems, there must be something wrong. And we must be really vigilant, no? And be observant kung ano yung mga yon. Kasi usually hindi natin siya na-observe, 'di ba? But for me, yun yung gusto kong i-try na i-modify. Oo, yung contract. But I think it's good naman kasi yung intention. Good yung intention. Let these scholars stay to actually to pursue a track in science or to pursue a career in science. But I think the way to do that is to make them love science, 'di ba? And I think yung burden na yon, hindi man siya burden, yung responsibility na yon would be, para sa mga kagaya ko mga guro. Ayun. Ayun. Inisip ko nga parang, siguro,
dun,
parang,
like,
Go.
Ayun, go lang. Sorry. Kayo na, sir.
Sige, kasi parang ano siya, parang dun iikot parang, if I do my job good, they'll love science to the extent na hindi nila iisipin yung kontrata.
Yes.
So, parang ganon. And I think, parang, yun naman yung parang mantra ko sa life na parang, give mo every day like 100% and maybe they'll love science too. Parang ganyan.
Ganun po ako kay Sir Rex kasi grade 8 po pinag-aralan namin yung mga phylum.
Yeah, IS2.
Opo. Tapos siya po yung naging teacher ko sa IS2. Tapos parang nung una very uninteresting siya sa akin kasi ang haba ng mga pangalan, tapos very unfamiliar sa akin kasi hindi naman sila like common words. So ayun, parang sobrang uninterested ko. Pero the way na he kind of taught it to us, yung parang magbibigay siya ng video examples, tapos magsasend siya ng video sometimes. Tapos yung mga video na sinasend niya sobrang interesting. Yung parang he did it in a way to make something uninteresting interesting. And then dahil doon, parang mas nagustuhan ko po yung mga ganun. Like yung mga phylum na ganun. Parang, ang interesting pala nito. Parang, akala ko kasi sobrang boring. So, ayun po. Siguro, I agree po talaga dun sa part na like teachers can help like make their students love science rather than them getting forced into it just because of a contract po. So, yeah.
Yes, actually, agree ako dyan. Sir Rex is a very, very good teacher.
Shout out, Sir Rex.
Yes.
Kamusta po kayo?
Diba? Hi naman dyan sa Korea,
Kamusta po
Sir
kayo
Rex.
sa Korea?
Nung chika lang about Sir Rex bilang siya naman yung pinag-uusapan natin right now. Nung first time ko magturo ng IS2, klase nila Lois yun. Ayan. And sabi mga classmate mo nun, sila Tyrese, di ba? Kayo
Yes
yun,
po.
magkakaklase, di ba?
Opo.
And sabi ko, sir, hindi ko kaya ituro tong physics. Sabi ko na ganun sa kanya. And sabi niya sa akin, sige, ang tawag dito? Mag-substitute ako dun sa isa mong klase. Di ba siya yung nagturo nung sa physics part. So, sabi ko,
Yes
sir,
po.
hindi ko siya kayang ituro kasi parang kabibigay lang sa akin ng subject na to like 2 weeks ago and pagtuturuin niyo ako ng mechanics, ng mga kinematics na yan. Sabi ko, parang hindi ko na kaya ituro, sir. No, si Sir Rex, sabi niya, sige, I'll come to your class, I'll discuss this. Sabi ko parang, without any preparation, Sir Rex, di ba? Ang galing. Sabi ko, shucks. I aspire to be this good. Sabi ko nang ganun sa kanya. Oo. Tapos in return naman, nag-sub din naman ako sa mga klase niya dati
So
bilang.
bad.
Oo, so, iba niya mga classes dati. So parang, ewan ko kung kaninong classes yun. Ewan ko sa inyo ba
Sa
yun,
amin
Erica?
po,
Or,
sir, sa Champaka po.
oo,
Parang yung
ayun.
sinabi niyo pong pag may natulog, magkuquiz. Tapos may
diba? That's the
natutulog
trademark.
sa amin.
Sabi kasi ni Sir Rex, sabi, do whatever you want. Parang, sige, basta tapusin mo yung lesson, ganyan. Kasi siya pa yung CID chief back then, so sobrang busy niya. Oo, ako yung ka-team teach niya, along with Sir Jed. So parang, ayun, challenging siya kasi parang, ako, tuturo ako ng bio. And then, kasi pure bio ako, and then sabi nila, magturo ka ng ng IS2. Ano yung IS2? Sabi ko na. May chem bio physics yan. Pakiulit, may physics. Sabi ko. Nawa ako ng may physics. So parang challenge din yan sa akin. Parang sabi ko, okay, parang carry ko to. And then nung team teach na kami ni Ma'am Princess. Ayan, sa kanya ko nagpapaturo ng chemistry. Oo. So nagturo kami together ng IS2 ni Ma'am Princess.
Opo.
Oo. So, yun. Fun lang. Interesting story from Sir Rex. Hi, Sir Rex, no?
Hi, sir.
Ayan.
Annyeonghaseyo, Sir
Oo.
Rex.
Anyong. Ayun.
Okay.
So, sir,
Yes.
chika rin, apparently prohibited mag-campaign politically as a government employee, diba? So, as
Okay.
someone who's politically active, especially during this election season, super critical na. Tapos, yung iba pang students, bumoboto na. So, has
Okay.
this restriction affected you and the way you teach?
Okay. Let's try to give context to the question. Para kasi let's try to first answer that question. No? Try natin siyang himayin. So parang
Sige.
reword natin siya ng konti. So bawal bang sumuporta ang isang empleyado ng gobyerno sa mga tatakbo in the coming elections? The answer is no. Hindi kami pinagbabawalang sumuporta. Okay, yun yung right term, sumuporta dun sa mga tatakbong kandidato. And I think it's a constitutionally guaranteed right, no? Right to speech or to right to dissent, especially if you don't really agree with some of the platforms of some candidates, 'di ba? So, that's our right. Pangalawa, there is a ruling na pwede namang mag-post sa social media. You can actually mention the name of the person you want to support in the coming elections. And yun, kahit social media and sa mga discussions, it's okay. But kapag dito tayo sa may sa parang prohibitions na. Ano yung mga bawal gawin lalo na kapag campaign period na? Una, bawal kami doon sa electioneering na part. So pag sabing electioneering, kapag publicly, for example lang to, publicly kami nag-a-attend sa mga campaign activities ng isang kandidato, bawal 'yon. Okay? Lalo na kapag campaign period na. Pangalawa, pag ikaw yung nag-organize ng mga organizations or nagbumubuo ng mga organizations supporting this, especially kapag campaign period na. So, things like that. Pero, walang sinasabi sa batas na actually hindi tayo pwedeng sumuporta. Okay? Doon sa, so, naniniwala ako na in an academic community that claims to, foster academic freedom, walang kinalulugaran ang political neutrality, especially in these trying times. Oo, 'di ba? Parang nagsabi, 'di ba, neutrality means you're siding the oppressor. And
Yes.
no, you're an educator. You should know how you should know kung ano yung mga nangyayari. You should be educator ka, 'di ba? Dapat yung konteksto ng tinuturo mo ay based on sa konteksto ng mundong ginagalawan natin. Di ba?
Opo.
Di ba ganun yun? So, paano ka makakapagturo effectively if you try to detach yourself from the reality? Di ba? So, yes, pwede, especially ngayon, pandemic, di ba? Parang, yun pa ba yung iisipin mo, yung pagagalitan ka or parurusahan ka just because you're trying to express your opinions? So, ako naman parang careful ako, yes, but I try my best to actually be responsible with the things I post, how I phrase them, okay? And of course, the content of what I'm posting. So, yun doon talaga tayo pinaka nag-iingat, no? 'Di ba? Di ba? Because hindi naman natin sinasabi that teachers are parang like 100% role models when it comes to actually posting things in social media. Everything they post, you should believe in those. Diba? There are still teachers within our ranks as teachers, no, na nakakapag-share pa rin ng fake news. Diba? Nag-share pa rin ng unverified information. Diba? And I think doon na rin papasok yung pagiging good employee natin, is that we should call them out, diba?
Yes.
Because we are, diba, if we want to actually be good role models to our students, then we should be role models ourselves na parang, diba, parang matuto naman tayo mag-fact check. We're in a science community, diba? Parang hirap kayang gumawa ng RRL, di ba? Parang, it would, di ba? You can never cram your RRL, di ba? And so is your Facebook post. It should be fact-checked, di ba? It should be based on something, reviewed or di ba? Parang nangyari talaga. So, things like that. And, hindi bawal. Hindi siya bawal. May bounds, especially if it's the campaign period, pero hindi siya bawal. Okay? So, linawin natin yon. Kasi may colleague na sabi natin, bawal yan. Sabi ko, hindi pa campaign period. Pero itong pinost ko ay opinion. Hindi pa. Pero yun nga, parang na-learn ko din. Kasi may pinabasang case sa akin yung friend ko, yung supposed to be blockmate ko sa UP Law. Parang, blockmate. Supposed to be batchmate ko sa UP Law. Uy, hindi naman bawal. Sabi niya na, okay, sige. Oo, so hindi naman siya bawal. Kasi kasi tama nga naman, hindi siya bawal. Kasi if ipagbabawal mo yan sa mga kawani ng gobyerno, parang paglabag yan sa karapatan namin na ipahayag yung, di ba, freedom of speech, di ba? Nasa Bill of Rights yan. So, kung pagbabawalan mo kami nun, just because, di ba, parang, ayun, hanap ko na yung right word. Bawal kaming mak-involve sa partisan politics.
Okay.
There, oo. So, di ba, bawal, hindi naman sinasabing bawal mamulitika, bawal ang political post. Parang, guys, everything is political. Parang, the personal is political, di ba? Even the choices sa mga pagkain natin, it's political. Science is political, di ba? Everything is political. So, yun. Ayun, may bounds, no? May mga petsa kung bawal na itong mga bagay na ito. May mga limits kung ano yung mga dapat gawin, mga bawal gawin. So yun, kailangan lang maging conscious o magkaroon lang talaga ng conscious effort to actually check, no? Maging self-aware dun sa mga ipopost natin. Ayun. Grabe na, tinatry ko talagang maghanap ng right words to actually fit the answer and not to, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Ayan.
Parang hindi naman kailangan na mag-side sa isang specific person para maging political. You can like, parang may ways around it naman. And I think marami namang teachers sa Pisay, including yourself, who are trying to find ways around that. So kahit hindi siya, I'm campaigning for this specific person, the people will be able to decide for themselves, parang ganito dapat yung stance ko sa issue. So, yung person dapat na to yung isa-support ko. Parang ganun.
Siguro, na rin din, parang dagdag ko na lang din, na parang, siguro, nakakadagdag din dun sa discussion, no? Or dun sa pinag-uusapan natin ngayon, is yung pagtingin natin sa election as the only solution, no? Ang election kasi, hindi yan natatapos at hindi yan nagsisimula sa elections lang. So, may mga panahon naman tayo to actually voice our concerns and all. Dapat hindi lang yan during election period. So, it does not start nor end during the election period. So, yun. So, dapat maging vocal pa rin tayo. Okay. Parang wala, sabi ko nga sa inyo, in an academic community, wala, and yun, parang walang lugar yung political neutrality. Ayun.
Okay, so thank you, sir. Very insightful. I've learned a lot. Wow. Pero next question, actually last question na to before magkaroon tayo ng mini game. So,
yes.
Ayan, ready na po ba kayo, sir?
Kinakabahan ako.
Pero last question namin is there anything that you've sacrificed to be a Pisay teacher? Or parang once you became a Pisay teacher, parang may mga binitawan po ba kayong anything?
Med school. Diba, parang sabi ko parang, it's still, parang iniisip ko nga din, parang nung last time, nung pumasa yung mga batchmates ko sa licensure exam, I was thinking, sana ako din, no? Parang, what could have happened kung pinush ko and all. But, yun, I think that's the only thing. But, ang good side naman is that, because hindi ko pinush yung med, nagturo ako sa Pisay. Right now, parang mas gusto ko nang i-push yung pag-aaral ng abogasya. Diba? So, parang parang when a door closes, parang may mag-o-open namang panibago. And it's part of my long-term plan na hindi lang talaga natuloy ngayon because I had post-COVID symptoms until October of this year.
Since July po.
Actually, July to September, okay naman ako. Pero nag-start yung classes mid-September. Yung classes kasi actually pumasok na ako and I had my first recitation. Oo. Nakakatuwa nga kasi yung blockmates ko, they were so good. Sobrang bait nila, sobrang gagaling nila. And we come from different regions, so parang ang daming ideas. Sobrang nakakatuwa. So shout out sa mga mga blockmates ko. Ayan, mga former blockmates. Bilang na, hindi ako nag-enroll this sem. But yun nga, parang yun yung sinacrifice ko. But then again, right now, at least, nare-redirect, diba? Yung goals. And I think that's good. As a very spontaneous person also,
Yes.
parang I like the challenge also. Ganyan. So, yun na yung sa long-term goal ko, is that pursue law school in the near future. Ayun.
Parang, nag-adapt ka lang dun sa situation na meron ka. Because
Yes, oo. Tsaka siya, parang nung first day of classes namin sa mga iba't iba naming subjects, tinatanong yun parang, why did you pursue law school? You're a biology major, diba? So, parang, I had two answers. First was the dismal pandemic response by the government. I think, for us to actually provide solutions, scientific solutions, there must be a scientist inside, lawmaking bodies and all. And our policy should be based on data and science because data is
Yes.
available, 'di ba? Parang how will we utilize it nasa sa atin naman na 'yan, 'di ba? But yun nga, pangalawa, 'di ba nabaha kasi kami dito last November 2020. The great flooding of 2020 happened. And lagi kasing may activity like tree planting activities or like save Mother Earth activities, things like that. But do we actually find ways to institutionalize these activities in such a way that it involves the community? Diba? So yun yung question ko na parang hanggang tree planting na lang ba tayo? Hanggang na lang ba tayo? Hanggang
Outreach.
disaster response na lang ba? Diba? Hanggang outreach na lang ba tayo? If we put our efforts dun sa outreach community, di ba parang nag-ano tayo, di ba? Nag-outreach tayo, sobrang bonggang-bongga tayo mag-outreach. Bakit hindi natin siya i-gear, yung efforts, i-gear towards actually preventing these kinds of disasters? By actually investing on disaster research or mitigating factors to actually para maiwasan natin yung mga ganong mga sitwasyon. So, I want to be that hybrid person that, knows how it is in the legal department, but also has a knowledge on the scientific part of it. So yun. Actually, funny part, nung interview ko for law school, tinanong sa akin, parang sobrang smooth nung interview. Actually, very, very short lang yung interview ko. Parang 10 minutes lang. Parang yung iba, 30 minutes yung friends ko. Tapos ako parang 10 minutes. Kinabahan talaga ako kasi ito yung funny part doon. Tinanong sa akin kung ano yung gusto kong trabaho kapag tapos ko ng law. Hala, it was a Janina San Miguel moment. Parang natawa talaga ako. Parang, oh my God, so I actually don't know. Sabi ko nang gano'n. Parang ang seryoso nung usapan namin. Kasi tinatanong ako about my former research, ano yung mga tinuturo ko sa Pisay, ano yung mga topics, ganyan. Tapos biglang tatanong sa, what's your dream job after law school? I actually don't know, sir. Sabi ko nang gano'n. And I think it's also the reason why, siguro ito na rin yung reason kung bakit ako hindi nagtuloy ngayon. Parang sign siya.
Yes.
Is that siguro kailangan ko munang hanapin yung sagot to that question. Oo. And ngayon ko na napagtagpi-tagpi na I want to work in this department. Sustainable development, 'di ba? Disaster tag dito mitigation and all. Tapos disaster preparedness, yung mga ganyan. And pandemic response. So, diba, parang nare-realign na parang at least you know kung saan ka papunta. Oo. And, wala, parang it's parang enlightening phase, kumbaga, na, okay, hindi man ako natuloy. At least, diba, parang may take away ako dun sa mga nangyari. And, ayun. masaya naman.
Parang buti na,
Ayun.
nakapag-reflect po kayo about that. Because like, it's important to like know yung purpose mo. Ay, ba't ko ginagawa to? Para
Yes,
mas
yun.
fulfilling.
Ano siya, yung na-learn ko you have to process everything. Think things through. Parang ganyan. Yun nga, I think that's the perfect word. You process
Yes.
everything. And ano siya parang it's hard to move on kasi it's your dream course in your dream school. And 'di ba? Parang sad kaya. Nasad talaga ako noon. Sabi ko nga sa mga katawagan ko si Ma'am Hana Masilang. Besh, nalulungkot ako, ganyan. Tapos parang, ayun nga, parang comforting naman. Parang sabi niya nang ganun sa akin. Pag-isipan mo nang mabuti, ganyan. Kung baka naman may reason behind dito sa pag-stop mo, ganyan. And siya mo na-appreciate ko yung support group ko. Nung mga oras na yon, ayan sila, shout out Ma'am Princess, love din niya ng mga estudyante. Oo, sila Ma'am Hana Masilang, yes, Beshi Marinel,
Yes.
Ma'am Marinel, hello, oo, ayan, tsaka si Sir Kletcher, ayan, yan yung mga friends ko talaga.
Shout out!
Dun sa Pisay, and of course, Ma'am Joy Tolentino also, ayan, yung mga friends ko. Ayan, shout out, ayan, sana manood kayo. Oo. Ayan.
Okay, so yun lang naman for our questions, sir.
Na-survive ko.
Medyo napahaba yung usapan pero very ano naman kasi ang daming information.
Daming chika, no?
Tama po.
Opo. So, for our next segment dito sa episode na to, we have parang a short game lang of song association. We'll call this
Yes.
segment,
Song
di ba kasi podcast natin is Kilalanin Natin. So, we'll call this segment Kantahin Natin. And,
Oh!
and so, basically, magbibigay po kami ng words, sir. So, may list of words na po kami dito. We have 4 words. Tapos, 3 of them are
Oh.
English, tapos 1 is in Tagalog. Tapos, ayun po. So, we'll give you a word and then you would have to sing a line or a verse from a song that contains that word. So, hindi naman po necessarily na kailangang nasa song title yung word, pero nasa lyrics lang.
Sige.
Okay, so, ready na
Parang
po
mas
ba
dito ako
kayo, sir?
kinabahan. sa questions.
Kasi po yung questions na
Oo.
bigay namin like beforehand. So,
Oo nga eh. Anyway, well, idea ko rin naman na sige, mo nilang ibigay yung word sa akin para exciting.
okay,
Pero
so...
sige, go.
Okay, Lois, okay lang ba ikaw magsabi ng first one?
Okay, may timer ba tayo?
10 seconds. I'll count.
Sige.
Sige.
Kinakabahan
Count,
ako.
just count with your
Magpapakita
fingers
po ako
para
ng
hindi ma-pressure.
timer
si
sa
sir.
phone. Para
Uy,
may...
grabe naman sa may timer pa. Nakakalo.
Okay. Okay na ba yung timer?
Yes, ready na yung time.
Okay. So, the first word is world.
World. Uy, ang hirap niyan. Dami ko naiisip. World. Hala? May time limit talaga. Heal the world. Make it a better
Yeah.
place.
Yeah. Ayan.
Ay!
1 point na pressure
1
si
point.
sir.
1 point.
1 point.
Let's go.
Alam niyo po ba, sir, kasi plano namin kung kumanta po kayo ng A Whole New World, like,
Ay, oo nga eh.
babanggitin po sana namin na may mga nagsasabi po na medyo kamukha mo raw si Aladdin.
Aladdin Jowa. Oo.
Okay,
Diba?
so, move on na po
Tsaka
ba
si
tayo sa next
Manuel
word?
Quezon.
Ay,
Uy, totoo. Kamukha ko daw siya. Like, the
Grabe.
upper part. Oo.
okay.
May saktong-sakto yung picture ko dun sa 20 pesos.
Oo nga.
Kapit mo. Oo.
Okay, so, for our
Uy.
next word is gift.
Oh. All I want is to hold you forever. All I need is you more every day. You changed my heart. Tama ba? From being broken apart. You gave your love away. I'm thankful every day for the gift. Nasa dulo siya. Nasa dulo. Hinahanap ko eh. Nasaan na? Nasa dulo pala.
Dadating ba? Dadating ba yung word?
Oo. Kinabahan ako pero nasa dulo pala siya.
Okay, so, 2 points. 2 out of 2.
2 points.
Ayan. Okay, Lois, can you please read the next word?
The third word is Christmas.
Oh my God. All I want for Christmas is you. Yes, Team Mariah.
Team Mariah.
Oo naman.
Okay, so,
Ayun.
ito po, di ba sabi po namin kanina, 3 yung English word. So, this is our last word and it's Tagalog.
Oh my God.
Pero, kaya niyo po to. Okay, so, yung last word
Sige.
last word po natin is Sinta.
Uy, Sinta. Pasko na,
Yay!
Sinta ko. Hanap kita. Yun, yan.
Wow,
Yay!
grabe.
Pero ang dami,
Christmas song.
ang dami. Oo nga, ang dami nung Sinta. Inisip ko, mag-i-ages pa ako dito, taas-taas mo.
Yun din po yung naisip kong
Ako
song.
rin.
Oo, pero sabi ko, hindi ko carry. Inisipon ako. Oo.
Guys,
Ayun.
singer din si Sir. Magaling siyang kumanta.
Hidden talent.
Hidden
Disclaimer,
talent.
hidden talent. Nakakainis nga eh, kasi may Halloween party kami with Nine Arayat, with my babies from Nine Arayat. Tapos may part pala doon sa program na kailangan kong kumanta, so nag-leave ako doon sa
my
meeting.
God.
Ay,
Sabi ko naman sa kanila, hindi ako pwede pakantahin. Sabi ko na ganun sa kanila. Pero fun, I mean, sabi ko naman sa kanila, bawi na lang ako sa Christmas party. So I think they're organizing something right now. So hopefully,
Prepared.
Sir, dapat
hopefully
may kanta
meron.
na po kayo.
Hindi ko nga rin alam eh. Mag-leave na lang din ako. Yun naman yung nakakatawa sa online, no? Parang, kapag alanganin ka, leave na lang ako.
Bye!
Joke lang,
sobrang
joke lang.
guilty po ako dyan.
Oo, nakakatawa nga. Kwento sa akin ng isa kong friend. Parang tinry niyang mag-ganyan. Parang mag-choppy-choppy yung gumagano siya. Pero buo yung tahol ng aso nila. Tapos siya choppy. Sarang huli ka. Ganyan. Oo. So parang, di ba, dapat makisama rin yung aso. Kung gawin mo. Ayun.
Ako po ako po sa first month of distance learning. Sorry, Ma'am Pao. Kasi si Ma'am Pao yung first ever.
Uy, Ma'am Pao, oh.
Oy, Ma'am Pao! Papanoorin to ni Ma'am
Ma'am
Pao.
Pao. Ma'am. Kasi po yung first synchronous session namin ever is with Ma'am Pao. Tapos, econ siya. Tapos, first day namin, may recitation. Tapos sabi ni Ma'am, hopefully, nadaanan niyo na yung modules. By that time, di ko pa binubuksan yung K-Hub, like, ever.
Oh my God.
Tapos, hindi naman ako tinawag, pero nag-leave na ako bago pa ako tawag. Kasi roleta po siya. Tapos,
Oh my God.
nag-leave ako, tapos sabi ko, ay, sorry po, nagkaroon po ako ng problems. Di ko pa sinabi kung wifi problems siya. Sabi ko lang problems. Sabi niya, okay lang daw.
Gusto niyo pa ba ng mga tips? Joke lang. Pili ko hindi ito yung tamang episode to actually talk about.
Manang
Joke lang. Yung gagawin niyo sa teachers ninyo, yung gagawin niyo sa mga teachers ninyo. Oo, mahahalata nila yan. Anyway.
Huli ka.
Although, hindi ko naman ginawa siya sa klase, pero sa isang meeting naman dati. So, nagtatawag yung speaker ko. Ako na ba yung tatawagin to? Kasi pinsan mo feel mo, di ba? Parang intuitive ka na, parang matatawag ako dito. Sige, mag-believe mo na ako. Things like that. Oo. So ayun, parang ginawa ko sa isang training. Yes. Hindi naman ako natawag. Pero, ayun. Buti na lang.
Na-sense niyo po.
Oo. Ayun.
Okay, so, yun na yun. Wala na. Bye.
Thank you so much, guys, for listening to our episode. And thank you so much, Sir PJ,
Thank you,
for
sir.
joining us.
Thank you for inviting me. Oo.
Sobrang fun ng discussion na to. And ang dami naming natutunan na tips and tricks sa'yo sa pag-online classes.
Sa pag-leave ng meeting.
Yun talaga yun eh.
Pag-leave ng
Oh, ay, pero once ko ba na naman ginawa, baka i-judge ako ng mga manonood. Once pa lang. Pero yun nga, parang don't do it. Oo, it's better to be honest, di ba?
Mag-recite
Tama.
ka.
Mag-recite
Recite
ka.
ka. Oo.
Hindi ko po alam.
Pag di mo alam, sabi mo, di ko po alam.
Yes, oo.
Pero
Ayun.
thank you po talaga because like we learned a lot about you and about being a Pisay teacher. And hopefully everyone watching this also learned and enjoyed. Sabi nga ni Sir PJ, in everything you do, you should have fun.
Yes.
Totoo, yeah. Thank you for inviting me. Sobrang nakaka-flatter siya. Parang, of all people, ako na-invite nila. Parang, diba? Parang nakaka-touch naman yun.
Actually, add ko lang, sir, parang at first, kasi diba, usually when you think of mag-i-interview ka ng someone from Pisay, usually like Pisay student. So, kunwari, a day in the life of a Pisay student. Tapos parang naisip po namin collectively as a group na parang, what if hindi tayo a day in the life of a Pisay student? Like, what if in a life of a Pisay teacher? Ganun. Tapos, naisip po namin yung mga teachers na I guess yung pinaka-outgoing, mga madaling kausap na fun kausap. Tapos, ayun po.
Oo.
Kaya yun.
Thank you. Oo. Try nyo rin yung iba. I mean, maganda nga a day in the life of a PSI teacher. Parang maganda siyang vlog idea.
Lowest vlog daw.
Abangan na yung
Abangan
vlog
nyo na
ni
yung vlog
Sir.
ni Sir Vijay. Popost niya sa
Soon,
Twitter.
pag may oras na. Uy, wala na akong Twitter right now.
Ay, wala na pala.
Wala akong Twitter. Oo. Last year pa, 2020 pa ako walang Twitter.
Wow.
Oh,
Ay,
oh my God,
Twitter.
Alam kong tapos na yung interview, pero ba't niyo po dinelete yung Twitter?
Oo, hindi ko alam kung anong nangyayari sa Twitter right now. Parang ayoko na din.
Yeah.
Toxic kasi yung Twitter. Toxic yung Twitter.
Yes.
Oo.
I agree.
And excessive na talaga siya. Sabi ko parang, kinoconsume na ako ng Twitter. So,
Yeah.
nag-deactivate ako.
Oh.
Oo. Ayun, hindi ko naman pinagsisihan. Parang I'm happier.
Wow.
Wow!
Oo, totoo. Tapos, hindi na rin ako pala post sa IG and all. Parang, peace of mind.
Yeah.
I kept Facebook for work purposes kasi andun yung sa Messenger din yung aming yung group chat namin. So, yun. Pero, yun, okay lang. Hindi naman ako na-lost, ganyan.
Yes.
Oo.
Sir, ako rin po sa IG. Parang, meron po kasi akong dalawang account. Like, isang main, tapos isang private lang. So, yung main ko, like, public account. Tapos, matagal ko siyang hindi ginamit. Tapos, by the time na nag-launch kami nung IG account ng Kilalanin Natin, parang may mga kailangan may gusto akong i-repost kasi syempre, like, promote it to my friends and family. Tapos, nasuspend yung account ko kasi inactive daw.
Well, alam mo, nangyari din yan sa akin, pero not because I'm inactive, because I shared something daw that, parang violates their community standards. Sa Facebook naman to. I don't know. Sabi ko, parang inactive naman ako the past few days. And then, 3 days yun. It happened to me 3 times. So, may pa-feel ko nag-report nung account ko and all. So, ayun. Ayun ko, basta
Sino
ang
kaya?
weird yung mga nangyayari. Hindi ko alam sino agad. Oo, pero ano pa to? Parang ano pa siya? Parang June of this year. June 2021 pa siya nangyari. Oo, pero hindi naman siya naulit. Ganyan. Oo. Siguro dahil sa mga posts ko din, pero I don't care. That won't stop me.
Speak your mind.
Oo.
Okay, so, okay, end naman natin.
Yes. Legit na to.
Okay, so thank you so much to our audience, to you guys. Thank you for watching / listening, kung saan ka man, kung sa YouTube ka man, or sa Spotify. So thank you for your support. And thank you, Sir PJ, again for being on our podcast, for guesting on our podcast. I'm sure na...
Thank you for having me.
Thank you,
for
sir.
having me.
I'm sure po na not only us, like lahat kami dito. Actually, itong tatlong to, sina Migs, Kat, and Lawrence, nagchat-chat sa group chat namin habang nagsasalita kayo. Marami po silang sinasabi na, wow, o nga no. Like, na-amaze din sila. So,
Thank you.
so, ayun po. I'm sure na not only us, but also our audience will learn a lot from this episode. So, thank you so much, sir.
Thank you for having
Thank you
me.
so much,
Bye-bye.
sir.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so before we officially end this episode 0.3, we would just like to mention that your support means a lot to us.
Get the latest news on our episodes through Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
This is the Kilalanin Natin host signing off. So thank you for listening and see you on our next episode. Bye!
Bye!
You can subscribe to the Kilalanin Natin podcast on both YouTube and TikTok, or follow at Kilalanin Natin on Instagram and Twitter.